dedicating his entire career and professional life to the dairy cattle genetics industry. Paul Larmer's profound drive for improvement and visionary contributions have provided an invaluable and indelible impact on the global dairy industry. That is why World Dairy Expo is pleased to recognize Paul Larmer of Guelph, Ontario, Canada, as the 2024 International Person of the Year. Paul graduated from the University of Guelph's Ontario Agricultural College with a Bachelor of Science degree in 1981. This educational foundation provided him with the business acumen to become a worldwide respected leader in the agriculture industry. Upon graduation, he worked in the feed industry before transitioning his career to genetics, taking on a role as a dairy cattle sire analyst at United Breeders, Inc. In 1990, Paul was named Director of Marketing at United Breeders, Inc. and was later promoted to General Manager in 1995. He was instrumental in the formation of the CEMEX Alliance in 1997, combining 4 Canadian AI cooperatives to form one genetics and marketing organization. Paul joined as Senior Sales and Marketing Manager, motivating and leading his team to record sales and contributing to CEMEX's status as a global leader in genetics. After leading the sales and business development as Director of the Americas for Alta Genetics for 3 years, Paul returned to CEMEX in 2007 to become the Chief Executive Officer. As CEMEX's CEO, Paul spearheaded the recruitment of key personnel, executed strategic planning initiatives, and facilitated organizational changes. These efforts culminated in an unprecedented 17 consecutive years of record-breaking sales and revenues. CEMEX's global footprint was enhanced under Paul's leadership through strategic investments and partnerships in China, Switzerland, Hungary, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and other countries. These strategies resulted in sustainable profitability and provided essential genetics and solutions necessary for global dairy producers. During Paul's tenure, CEMEX delivered 6 million sires to the industry, underscoring CEMEX's product line as being breeder-approved worldwide. He oversaw multiple groundbreaking research and development projects that resulted in increased efficiency, profitability, and sustainability for dairymen around the world. One project in particular is the advancement of in vitro fertilization techniques at Bovitech, a fully owned CEMEX company. Through Paul's guidance, this technology has been made accessible to clients globally by establishing IVF labs in Wisconsin, California, New York, Idaho, and later expanding to Western Canada, United Kingdom, France, Switzerland, and Italy. In an ever-changing world, Paul not only encouraged the use of technology at CEMEX, but helped to implement some of the dairy industry's most consequential developments. He led the deployment of the genetic industry's first activity monitoring solution, oversaw the research and launch of the world's first true genomic health evaluation based on immune response, and most recently helped to deliver a first-in-class methane efficiency index to clients to fight global methane emissions and increase industry sustainability. Through over 100 distributors spanning 80 countries and employing over 1,800 dedicated staff members, Paul's leadership and vision have contributed to the improvement and sustainability of the dairy industry. His motivation and mentorship of these employees has positively impacted their lives, and Paul is a role model for many. Upon his retirement earlier this year, CEMEX saw fit to honor his legacy and encourage continued excellence with the dedication of the Larmer Inspiration Lounge.
Well, I'm proud to be sitting today in the Paul Larmer Inspiration Room here in Guelph, Ontario at the headquarters of CEMEX. Paul and I started working together in 1988, and we've been through a lot together in the industry, but I think both have been privileged to watch the industry grow and develop. And certainly with leaders like Paul at the forefront of the industry here in Canada, we've been able to take Canadian genetics, both dairy and beef, to the forefront of world leadership. Congratulations, Paul. I can't think of a better recipient for the award this year.
Paul's leadership skills have extended to benefit other organizations, including his roles as past president of both the University of Guelph, Ontario Agricultural College Alumni Association and the board of Royal Agricultural Winter Fair. He served in these roles with dignity, often sharing the spotlight with royals and other dignitaries. Paul is also an accomplished international dairy cattle judge, evaluating cattle at major competitions in Japan, Spain, Germany, United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. On a worldwide basis, Paul is also a sought-after speaker on industry trends. In August 2023, Paul received the National Association of Animal Breeders Distinguished Service Award, given to an individual who has made a significant contribution to the furtherance of the AI industry. Most recently, Paul was inducted into the Canadian Agricultural Hall of Fame, a true honor for his contributions to not only the Canadian dairy industry, but the global one. Paul is the 5th Canadian to be selected World Dairy Expo's International Person of the Year, sharing the honor with George Clemens, Lowell Lindsay, and last year's recipient, Bonnie Cooper. One of Paul's most enduring legacies will be his support of youth in the industry. He and his siblings established the Ontario 4-H Foundation's Ralph and Margaret Larmer Endowment Fund, a legacy gift to honor their parents and the family's passion for 4-H, agriculture, and youth leadership. This endowment fund was one of 2 introduced as part of the Ontario 4-H Legacy Program in 2015, and Paul was an early adopter and supporter of the program. As of December 2023, Paul retired from his position as CEMEX's CEO and has transitioned into the role of executive advisor. However, his impact on the company and the entire dairy industry will be felt in the years to come. In the meantime, Paul's daughters, Hannah and Catherine, and wife Margaret, who have graciously shared this time with the global dairy industry over the span of his career, look forward to seeing more of Paul at home. World Dairy Expo is honored to recognize Paul Larmer as the 2024 International Person of the Year. We ask that you join us in thanking and congratulating him.